Hello, fellow netizens. Of late, many of my well-wishers advise me that I have been video logging mostly on political issues. It's high time that I switched to my forte, or so many claim, spirituality. But destiny, it seems, is not done with me yet, and here I am with another grave issue which many would classify as political. But for me, it is about the basic dignity of people who are differently abled like me. For those who are not acquainted with me yet, I am diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy with a disability of 84%. And because of that, I maintain a strict routine and diet, which, if faltered, usually ends up in me being hospitalized. Overcoming the aforementioned obstacles, did I recently embark on a journey to Bahrain after 19 long years. Since there are only two flights to the Land of the Pearls, the Gulf Air and Air India Express, we chose the latter, whose time of departure was 10 in the morning compared to the 0100 Gulf Air. Once on board, I came across a stickler, the head steward. I don't want to crucify him by stating his name in this platform, but it would be better if you and the Ministry of Aviation be aware of such people who bring shame to the profession and the firm. He stated the rule that a dependent person like me can't sit in the front row. I can understand the emergency exit seats, but the aisle ones don't pose a problem at all. And the most ironic thing is, after his sparring with my brother, he made me take the window seat, right next to the emergency exit, when I preferred the aisle seat on the right side of the aircraft. The physical discomfort I endured because of this stickling is something I would not wish upon my worst enemy, and because of it, I constantly troubled my brother to change my seating positions. Those who travel in an aircraft would certainly know the difficulty because only a short person would be able to stand under the baggage area. So imagine my brother, who is 5'10", standing under it and lifting me. On the return flight, a different and a hospitable crew made no fuss about me occupying the aisle seat, and the journey was far more comfortable. The next thing I want to enlighten the authorities about is the pathetic state of the wheelchairs at the Calicut airport. The one I got had only one footrest. It is yet another rule that the patient can't use their wheelchairs in the airport, for it should be boarded as a baggage. Fine, but it is the duty of the airport to treat us with dignity. The next on the list is the lack of transparency and knowledge of the Air India Express office bearers. They could have informed us of the rule before we paid extra and booked the front row seats for the extra leg room, which would make it easier to tend to my needs. If it had a business class, we would have opted it with our eyes closed. But it didn't. They also told us that I could take my automatic wheelchair, but the lithium battery should be checked in as hand baggage. But later they asked us to avail political or administrative influence to convince, rather pacify, the CISF. Finally, to avoid the confusion, we left behind the wheelchair as we were circumspect about the barbaric methods of the baggage personnel. I urge the respected Prime Minister and the Minister of Aviation to usher in some drastic changes in both the design and its personnel. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the last to undergo such a horrible air travel. Jai Hind.